Now, you're a parent, and I know that you care about what happens with your kids in secondary school, like every parent does. There's a new timetable, isn't there? And it appears that as a result of it, kids are being squeezed a little bit in this particular term. Tell us a little bit about it and how it affects, parents and the kids themselves.
Well, we've always known the timetable for the senior high school calendar. And it turned out that suddenly in October, the GES, that's just like a week ago, the GES announces that they are amending the timetable, which meant that the kids that went to school like 3 weeks or so
2 weeks, actually,
would have to write their end of semester exam. That would mean that if you are in S1, you would have completed the first year, then you move to SHS2.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's to also create room for the JHS candidates who are now moving to SHS. And if you are in
results are out.
Yeah, the results were out at the weekend. So the Form 2s will also have to write in October. So there's one parent, let me tell you what they are saying. So I'm writing to appeal to you to review the recent changes you have made to the senior high school calendar for public schools. I'm a parent of a Form 2 student, and to date, my child has spent up to just a year in school. They are going to SHS 3. Are they well?
Wow.
Yes, they've spent a year in school, but they're going to SHS 3. This is a 3-year program. Okay, so how will such a candidate be well prepared for tertiary education? That's the challenge for parents here, because there's not been enough time already. Because of the double track system, the children come home and stay for 3 months thereabout. And when that happens and the parents are unable to take them through extra classes at home, then it means that the child is completely out of touch with studies.
Yeah.
Okay, so parents are really unhappy about this. How do you make up for the time that these children have lost?
Yeah. Fred, this is a very key issue. I really want us to make time to talk about it either today or tomorrow. So see if you can help us get some parents to discuss it. But Winston, I mean, look, you see, again, it's about government doing what works for government. To hell with everyone else. Particularly the kids that the education system is supposed to help.
in 2021, when we did the program about free SHS,
the one that they said we are waging a campaign.
The president said a radio station in Accra is waging a campaign against free SHS. Now, when the party folks come out to defend it, you say it's an attack on journalism. And just around that time, I think I was around the 29th of May or thereabout, I was going for a funeral in Sunyani. So when I got to Sunyani, I'm just using this to make a clear. When I got to Sunyani, one of my friends walked up to me and said, "Charlie, people are angry with you about the program you did about free SHS. So be very careful." Fortunately for me, at the time, COVID, so we're all in mask. So I went and they said, "Oh, Winston, I'm going to join you." So I had it. Who said, "Oh, he." And I was just walking through. Nobody knew who I was. So I was just going through. It is just to make a case that, you see, sometimes we're a group of people who always refuse to see the truth. Because we would defend and defend and defend and defend policies, some of which are failing, and they come to haunt us. This is it for me. If the government so-minded wanted to make sure that all students could go to school at the same time, it could have done that. The government that trumpets its achievement when it comes to infrastructural development in the senior high schools should not be the same government telling us that today you go to school, tomorrow somebody is at home. That should not be the case. You see, the advantage of going to secondary school, and the reason our parents insisted that we even go to the boarding house, some of us, our lives changed totally when we went to the boarding house. It's because you go in there and you will learn lots of things. Today, there's all the talk about contact hours. But you see, this whole concept about contact hours, for instance, when I was in secondary school, we would have classes from 8 thereabout to, 2 p.m. We'll come for lunch and then we'll go for extra classes. The extra classes was something that, we paid. So it wasn't part of the regular system. The free SHS, as good as it was, its implementation has been problematic. And today, you're right. I have friends. I sent my daughter to Ola Secondary School last year, December, thereabout. They went to school in December. and just now they are moving to. Meanwhile, they've been at home all the time. They come home, and I have friends who have taken. I mean, my brother would have to take the daughter to, for extra classes. So this is it. You're being told that you're not paying fees, but because your child is at home most of the time, you have to go and spend more than what you would have paid to get that child in extra classes. Don't you send your child for extra classes?
Oh yes, I do.
How much do you pay?
I do. I pay more than I would have paid if I was paying for the regular school.
You see? Yeah. So that's the problem. And today, we're rushing people. And this is the last part for me. We're rushing people. Then by the end, they get to Form 3. They make available past questions. It's like passing exam in itself becomes a political achievement. So, as an indication of quality this thing. And WAEC has said they've arrested people who were actually displaying answers to students.
Imagine.
What is wrong with us?
Yeah, the students are not prepared. So that some teachers may want to show them on the exam board. And look, you see, we don't consider the implications for our country's safety. So if you have engineers, who are not properly trained, and you put them out there, if you have a doctor who's not properly trained, imagine what will happen to us.
And 10 years from now, these are our doctors. These are our engineers. Yes, that's what these are the ones who will be entrusting to solve our problems and heal our children. Fred, it's very simple. That double track thing, it was they sell it as if it was a great idea, but actually it was a fallback, right? As a result of poor planning. We had to do it because somebody failed to plan. But that's what you get when you have a government that insists on polishing a turd and telling you it's a brown diamond. That's where we are today.